So I think we need a new theme for our YouTube channel.
Do you?
Yeah, we've been spending all our time talking about how to write great stories, but you know what? I don't think people actually want to write, or read for that matter, great stories.
What are you talking about?
Do you know what the biggest selling book in 2008 was? Twilight. Do you know what movie came out last week?
Well...
Transformers 5. Do you know what movie's coming out next year?
2
God's Not Dead 3! Boom! 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 You know what? That movie's probably going to be more cringy than those 3 dabs.
Yeah, those 3 dabs really hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. And do you know how many terrible Christian allegories I've read?
Probably not as many as I've read.
Exactly. But you know what? This stuff sells. So, I think it's time for us to sell out.
Sell out?
Yep. We're so desperate for subscribers, it's time to take a whole new approach. People want to read and write terrible books. Well, then let's show them how to do it.
Oh.
Are you in?
I mean, it is what sells in the Christian market these days.
Yeah, it is. So let's go. Do you want to write the worst allegory ever?
If so, then you've come to the right place because we've studied the absolute worst allegories.
It wasn't that hard to find them.
To figure out how to help you write your masterpiece.
Is it still called a masterpiece when it's intentionally terrible?
Moving along, the first thing you want to do is give each character a name that completely matches their allegorical meaning.
If he's a stubborn person, name him Mr. Stubborn. If she's a feminist, name her Miss Hates Men. If he always tells people what they want to hear, name him Joel Osteen.
As you know, the worst thing that could happen is for a reader to miss what your allegory is trying to say.
So make sure that even the dumbest person that read your book will get the whole picture.
After all, John Bunyan did it. And yeah, his allegory is actually a good allegory because most characters have a lot more depth in their obvious names.
But who cares about depth and nuance? Your readers won't. So just milk those puppies dry until you're rich.
You don't milk puppies.
I have. Wait. What else have I been milking?
Alright, moving on. So in line with giving each character exact names, the next thing you want to do is make sure that your characters are completely flat.
As flat as a pancake, or Josiah's jokes.
Make sure they have absolutely no personality to them. They're just there to be allegorical.
And as we all know, if something's allegorical, it can't be real.
It's not as if the Bible ever uses real people with real personalities to be allegorical or something.
Of course not. Who would do that?
Exactly. After you've done that, you next need to figure out your story. Now, in some genres, you need to do a lot of work to figure out what story you want to write. But here, it's really easy.
It's gotta be about Jesus, guys.
And if it isn't, you probably aren't a Christian.
As we all know, every great allegory has always been a story about Christ's death and resurrection.
And nobody has ever written any other type of allegory.
No Christian has, at least. Some pagans have, you know, like Dante, Milton, Dickens, and C.S. Lewis after The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Lewis really should have made every single Narnia book a retelling of the gospel story.
But he didn't.
And that's why Lewis isn't a Christian.
Don't do the same thing, keepers. Write stories that tell the exact same gospel story again and again. It's the only way to do it right.
On that note, please make the gospel message obvious.
Really, really obvious. Remember that you need to make sure that even the stupidest reader like me knows what you're talking about.
If someone had a heart attack in the middle of reading your allegory, would they have everything they need from your allegory to be saved?
If not, where else are they going to hear the gospel?
I mean, it's not like there's a book called the Bible or anything that explains the gospel message.
As a result, you need to make your main character Jesus.
And to truly make it the worst allegory ever, you should probably call him Jesus directly as well. In case, well, you know.
Anyone dies while reading it and goes to hell because you didn't tell them the truth.
But in a pinch, you can sometimes call him something that's, you know, semi-secretive.
You know, call him the Prince, or the Sun with an O, or maybe even the Sun with a U, or the Rock. Just not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Because we all know he's a pagan. Because he has tattoos.
Just make sure that whatever name you choose, make sure it's trying to be half literary while still being really, really obvious who it actually is.
Remember, when you're writing an allegory, you never need to be subtle.
The last thing you need to do while writing an allegory is to make your allegory unique. Remember,
imitation is the highest form of flattery.
so do what everyone else does and stick the allegory in a vaguely medieval setting.
Don't be creative or original.
Make it about really simple truths and don't stick any deep or complex themes into it.
Themes are for losers.
Finally, make sure the story ends exactly how the reader expects it to end.
As everyone knows, readers never want any surprises in the stories they read.
And don't you dare listen to anyone who tells you otherwise.
Especially those folks at kingdompen.org.
They're dedicating this whole month trying to help you learn how to write good allegories.
And believe me when I tell you their advice
Is the worst.
So whatever you do, don't go there for help.
Follow these steps and you too can write the worst allegory ever.
This isn't reverse psychology. Don't go to kingdompen.org. That's KINGDOMPEN.ORG.
Yeah, don't go there.
Never. So you call your fans keepers. How does that spelled?
Keepers. Keepers.
And what does that stand for?
Kingdom Pen fans.
Where's the F? I like my fans called Capifers. New name for you Kingdom Penners out there. Call yourselves Capifers.
What?
That's so dumb.
Capifers.
Stop!
Peace.
Stop, no.
Capifers. Which is more kind of fun to say? Yeah, I'm a keeper, or I'm a capifer. Guys, imagine going to college, or your local barnyard dance, wearing a shirt saying, "Hi, I'm a capifer." Do you know how many people will come up to you and say, "Wow, you're a capifer? So am I."
This many. This many.
Guys, if I see you wearing a shirt saying, "Hi, I'm a capifer," it can't be, "Hi, I'm a capifer." It's gotta have this face. "Hi, I'm a capifer."
Please put this face on a shirt.
We're gonna make the shirt that says, "Hi, I'm a capifer." And it's gonna include an audio button that whenever you push it, it says, "Hi, I'm a capifer." And you can walk around at your local barnyard dance or on college or whatever you guys do other than writing that says, "Hi, I'm a capifer." Remember, that audio that I'm using, "Hi, I'm a capifer," is trademarked, so don't you dare record it, "Hi, I'm a capifer," and use it in any other context except your ringtone. "Hi, I'm a capifer." "Hi, I'm a capifer."
Okay.
It was so bad. Like, I don't even want to rewatch the credits scene. If Josiah has to edit that, I don't want to see it.
Terrible.
It was so bad. Do you even know what you just said?
It's gonna give people a low for this channel. That
was
is
so low.
stupid.